Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's see who's here today. Michelle's dog. Chad, Amanda, Anthony, Home, and Leslie, or Ludi, I mean. Okay, good. All right. So let's begin. Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Yeah. All right. Okay, let's take a big opening breath. So hands at your sides, palms facing up, scoop up, breathe in, overhead and down. And again. And come up. You want to be limp, fingers pointing down. You're drawing up energy, push down, come up, pull in, push. Expand and open, all stretch all the way back, arms fully extended, and close. In, out, open, close. In, out, open, close. In, out, close. And down. So with all these exercises, you want to breathe through your nose. It helps to put the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth and leave your mouth open a little bit. But you're breathing through your nose. And just breathe naturally, breathe slowly and deeply. Try not to hold your breath. Okay, let's just warm up a little bit. Roll the shoulders down and up and back. And back the other way. So we're going to go, we're rolling up and forward, down and back. Okay, wise owl looks back. Sit up straight and turn and look to the other side. Inhale as you stretch. Exhale as you relax. Okay, let's take a closing breath. Come up holding a ball and open and close. Rotating the palms in opposite directions, turning to one side. Hung energy to that side. Breathing in. Walking back. Going around and turning around the dantian, about around the waist. Come back. See if you can imagine that you're stretching a silk thread between your hands as you turn to one side and the other, as if the hands are connected by like an elastic band. See if you can do that, and at the same time be relaxed. That's actually hard to achieve. And we can work at that with any of these exercises. It's that resistance, like a wire in electricity. It's a resistance that allows you to control energy. It's a fallacy when people say that when you do Tai Chi, you should be totally relaxed. It's called relaxed awareness. Or controlled relaxation.
Let's go inside.
Oh.
Hi,
Yeah.
this is my granddaughter.
Okay, come on.
Never too young to start, right? Okay. So that controlled relaxation, it's something that a lot of people don't talk about, but it's pretty important, right? So we don't want to be completely relaxed. If we completely relax, we lose awareness. We lose mental focus and awareness. We also lose awareness on a physical level. I don't know if Chad wants to weigh in on this, but it's one of these really subtle subjects, and it's if you've never taken Tai Chi and somebody said that to you, you'd probably think this is impossible to do. But anyway, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to achieve. Now let's stretch up and down. So we're again rotating the palms in opposite directions. So this is a lot like a yin and yang sign. And you have this feeling of opposites pulling apart, again, stretching that string, stretching that string.
Okay. Come on.
Okay, good. All right, grab your elbow and turn and look and pull your elbow across and look in the opposite direction. The other side. Other side. The other side. And let's take that ball and turn it over and pull to one side. Now, I don't know if you can see my lower hand, but it's down almost on my lap, and the upper hand is up near my eye. So that's, you want this ball to be pretty good size, like a beach ball. We rotate forward back to holding the ball and then back to the other side. Stretch as much as you can around the waist. So here we're stretching all that muscles and tendons in the lower back. And now extend the arms out, pushing out with the upper hand and across, and pulling up and back, jutting the elbow back with the other arm. As we push to one side, rotating back, using the waist to drive. the hand motion. So you should feel your waist move slightly ahead of the hands, as if the waists are guiding, initiating the movement, which is true in all aspects of Tai Chi. The waist initiates the movement. That's why you can't be totally relaxed. How can you be totally relaxed if you use your muscles? So side to side, push against the door, against the side of a wall. Palms about chest apart, which is what you're doing. You're pushing, using this, can use this to jam somebody to one side, to push somebody away from you on the side, and then turn to the other side. Using circular energy. If you like, you can speed these up. I'll do Tai Chi as slowly as I can sometimes. And then sometimes I'll do it fast. It just gives you a whole different feeling and experience. Good. Let's cross up and closing breath and come down. Okay, good. Let's do this one. Let's do we're spreading the hands apart. It's like you're holding a basket. You bring the hands in, and I want you to come and jam this arm back as you accelerate the other arm out. So using a whip action to slap with the back of your hand. Pull in the other direction to balance that force, right? If you just do it with one hand, it's harder to control than if you have a force going in the opposite direction. See if you can make that whip happen. Call you back. I'm busy now. All right. An old Tai Chi teacher of mine. All right. So let's go to the other side. So you can start out like this if you want, like you're hugging something. Sometimes it's easier to start like this. And we're going to pull back, slap out with the other hand. This is a very powerful force. It can do a lot of damage. It's particularly effective because it's elusive. It's very quick action, like a snake striking. And you can deliver this blow to the side of a head, to the ear. Both hands. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Let's go back this way now. Using the elbows to strike back. Again, a whipping action. And extend your arms. Okay, good. That's quite a workout, huh? All right. Accomplishing two things, practicing a martial application and getting exercise at the same time. Nothing better than that, right? No wasting time. All right, so let's do some Yigun Jin. Let's do the 12 exercises. And let's do 3. Each of the 12, maybe the last one we'll do more because it's relaxation mode, done in relaxation mode. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the first 5 or 6 using Buddha breathing, like I explained in the last couple of sessions. By now you should be familiar with it. It's basically as you breathe in, you allow your belly to expand. And as you breathe out, you tighten your belly and you expel all the air. And you want to really tighten your belly. So in all these exercises, you're exercising this area of your body, the abs. And in all the exercises, the other exercise, all of them, you're exercising different parts of your body. But in this one, you're at the same time, you're always using that breathing technique to force the air out and to contract the muscles in your belly. Okay. So I'm not going to repeat that as we go along with the exercises. I'll just go ahead and let you do that on your own. And then the second half of it, we're going to do Taoist breathing or reverse breathing. And that's actually easier because all you do is inhale and tighten your perineum. That's all you have to think about. And when you exhale, you just relax your perineum. And so you're breathing mostly from the upper chest. And this is going to exercise all the muscles in the pubic area, all right? And all the organs in that area. So this is terrific exercise because and if you do it right, it just accomplishes so much. You get so much out of it. Your lungs are always working, and it's just great for the stretching the tendons and strengthening the muscles. And also, it's a great relaxation technique. Okay, so let's see if we can remember all of them. We first start out with the hands down. I'm going to stand up so you can see my hands. Pressing down, bring your palms back down to your your hips, and then bring them out a little bit, and then back just a few inches, and you can see my arms are bent, and press down. All right, so we're doing this in sitting position. If you were doing it standing up, your legs would be apart. Ready? And we're going to push down as hard as we can. We're going to tighten all the muscles from the hands through the wrists all the way up, connecting the shoulders, the neck, and the pectorals. So ready? Push and inhale. Exhale. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Okay. Now, relax, get ready for the next one. The next one, we are going to make two fists, the knuckles down and the thumbs pointing toward each other. And we're going to push down as hard as we can, press down with the knuckles like you're trying to push yourself up from the floor. Ready? 1. Relax. 2. Relax. 3. And relax. Okay. Now, if you're standing up, you're doing this with your feet together. Number 3, make two fists. Feet together if you're standing up, and just push down, your arms straight. Try to imagine you're pushing yourself up. 1. Relax. 2. Relax. 3. Relax. Tighten your muscles. Good. All right, number 4, arms straight out. So your arm should be parallel, pushing out toward the screen. And you're just going to push out. And this time, put your thumbs inside and press. 1, 2, relax. Push. Relax. Push. Relax. And come down. And now we're going to bring the hands out like this. This time we're going to bring them up over our head. So you can see my palms are facing each other, knuckles are pointing up, and you're going to bring your hands up over your head. And imagine that you are hanging from a parallel bar and trying to pull yourself up. At the same time, if you're standing or sitting, I want you to raise your heels. Stretch. And relax. 1. Raise your heels. Inhale. Expand the belly. Exhale. Contract. Relax. 1 more time. Raise the heels. Pull. Relax. Okay, I think that's number 5. Number 6, we just got to make 2 muscles. Like we're showing off our muscles. Like they do, the adolescents do. Some men do this too. Make 2 fists and bring the fists up to your ear. And just what I want you to do is just flex your muscles. Relax. 2. Relax. 3. Relax. And gently come down. All right, now this might be a good time to do a little paw dog. Blood circulating in your arms, the outside, yang muscles inside, yin muscles. There's a Tai Chi instructor who's worthwhile watching. His name is Ken Gillette, Gullette. He's a terrific guy. I know him. Very advanced martial artist and skilled and terrific teacher. He's got a site. If you're interested, you can join the site for $25 a month, and there's a lot of content you can get on his site. But anyway, we'll bring his name up because he wears a suit, an outfit, silk outfit that's white on the front, and then going along from the shoulders all the way down to his sides. From there, at that point to the back is black. And so what he does is just when he does Tai Chi or Kung Fu, whatever he's doing, you can see these example of how he uses the yin muscles and the yang muscles. The black is is dark, and the yang, and the white is yin. Okay, so let's just stretch out a little bit. Clasp hands together, fingers intertwine and pushing out. So this is a good one, right? We've been tightening our muscles out. So now we're just going to stretch a little bit. All right. 7 or 6, I can't remember, but anyway, 2 fists, part of the fist down, stretched out, push, inhale. Now this time we're going to tighten the perineum as we breathe in. This is going to be easier to do. And then relax. Tighten, push. Relax. Tighten, push. And relax. Okay. We're going to bring the hands out, thumbs in. And this time as we pull out, trying to pull out, like we're pressing the walls to the side, we're going to lift the toes as we pull apart. 1. Relax. 2. Relax. 3. Pull as hard as you can. Good. And relax. Okay, good. Make 2 fists, bring the fists up to your orbitals of your eye. And we're going to twist the palms, rotate them out so that the heart of the palms are up. And we're going to try to pull apart as we rotate the forearms up with the fist. 1. Relax. 2. Relax. 3. Good. And relax. Okay, come back now. Relax a little bit. Thumbs inside. Curl the fingers, make a fist. Imagine you're hanging from a beam, pulling yourself up. The fist should be at the same level as your head. And we're going to pull down as hard as we can. 1. Relax. 2.
Here, hey, you need your bone. Bone, bone,
Relax. 3.
Never with me. Please, go to stab.
Relax. Okay, good. All right, honey.
Okay, to dab.
Ready? We're doing Tai Chi now. Go play with Gammy, okay? Thank you. Okay. So now we're down to the number 8. Finally, if you made it this far, congratulations. And for this one, we're just gonna. This is one where you make 2 fist knuckles toward each other, thumbs up, and you imagine you've got sacks of sand hanging from your wrist, and you're going to try to pull your hands up to keep the sacks from dropping. 1. Relax. 2. Relax. 3. Okay, really tight. This is the last one. And relax. Okay. And now we get the dessert, which is opening the palms up, dropping them to your sides. If you're standing up, you want your feet apart, so you're totally relaxed, weight equally distributed between your the balls of your feet and the heels. And you're just going to bring your hands up, inhale and down, and breathe slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Any questions on any of those? All right, good. All right, so let's take off. Let's continue where we left off on the sunset. And so we finished the next to the last move we did on the first, the form done in the first direction, which is 12 movements. I think they call it the 6 basic and 6 advanced. And then we're going into the 6 reverse basic, 6 reverse band, 6 reverse basic, 6 reverse advanced, sorry. So that's total, it'll be a total of 24 movements, and then we're going to move on from there. But these next 12 are done exactly the same way, they're just done in the other direction. All right. So we've done this before, but we're just drilling down, doing everything a little bit more slowly and a little bit more methodically, drilling down, teasing things apart a little bit, and going into some applications. All right. So I think we ended the last move was calling block. Bring the hands down and push. All right. And then we bring the hands opposing each other, and the palms, bringing the palms in, we open and close. Okay, good. So Anthony, just open and close right to your shoulder line. That's good, that's better. Okay, now if we were going to stop now, we would just end Tai Chi at Tai Chi, and this would be the 12th movement. And we bring the hands down in exactly the same fashion as we did when we brought the hands up, meaning that the planes and the movement and feeling are the same, it's just the opposite direction, right? So we started bringing the hands up, commenced here, and we're closing, bringing the hands down. All right, that's all that there is to it. But we're moving on, so after the open and close, okay, we're not going to start the commencement, which is to bring the hands down, push out and step out, bring the hands in and open and close. So we're going to stop with open and close and start with the next move, following move, which is move number 3, single whip. All right. So is it move number 2, single whip. So as we open and close, we're just going to, just as we close, we're going to start to turn the palms facing out. And we're going to push out just a few inches. And instead of leaning to the right, we're going to push out and we're going to lean to the left, but not lean your head, lean your torso as we push out. Now the right hand is going to extend a little bit further because a lot of single whips are done like this. And this left hand, I don't know if you can see, the one hand extends beyond the shoulder line and the other hand comes back not as far. So the arms don't extend out to the same degree. Because what you're doing is you're imagining grabbing something with one hand, pulling it in just a little bit, and then fully extending the other hand to push out or to strike. And so we're simulating this in the other direction by pushing out, and I'm moving in the other direction. Why am I doing that? Because I'm pulling somebody's arm and I'm using my body to pull and extract as I push my arm out against his chin or his chest to do different things with this arm. But basically, I'm delivering a force here while I'm pulling in with another force here. So I've got two forces that are complementary in opposite directions: a pulling force and a pushing force. And getting back to the exercises we did, where I invited you to imagine the hands being connected. Here's a good example of that, where you're pulling and pushing. They seem like they're different forces, but they're complementary. And to make them work, you want to feel like you're pulling and feel like you're pushing at the same time. Because if you were using this, we're really drilling down in the nitty-gritty of this now. You would want to not pull too hard because you're pulling the person in, or not push too hard because then you lose contact with them here. You want to titrate that feeling exquisitely. So you're pulling and pushing just at the right degree to deliver the most effective application, which could be breaking somebody's neck, or pulling a socket out of an arm. I mean, they're awful things. But when you're doing this, you're not thinking about fighting somebody. What you're thinking about is pulling and pushing as one movement, as being kind of connected. Okay, does that make sense? All right, very good. So, this is kind of this is advanced stuff, but we've been talking about this for many weeks, months now, and you should have feeling for this at this point. You don't, whether you get the feeling from just the movement or you get the feeling from thinking of the application, it doesn't matter as long as you get that feeling. And after a while, it'll become intuitive. And this is why in Tai Chi, they say when you're sparring with somebody, you try to stick to them. And this is what they mean by sticking and feeling. Sticking means sticking to something has a reversible notation to it, right? You stick and release, stick and release. So you're never totally connected or never totally disconnected. And that's a very yin yang kind of concept, but very Taoist, important Taoist concept. That both are important. Releasing is as important as sticking or holding. And you've got to be able to do the two, depending on the feeling and the circumstance and situation. And of course, there's an infinite number of possibilities. Okay, so let's apply that to this movement, all right? You push out, and what I'm doing is I'm thinking of my opponent on the right and pulling and moving a little bit to the left as I pull and extend. And I don't want to do this, because if I do this, the other person can simply push me further over. And so I want to maintain my center of gravity through the torso. And I can do that just simply moving to the left. So this is what this move looks like. It's very complicated. Actually, it's pushing out and extending at the same time, but not extending to the same degree. So if we want to practice this, yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm looking at chat and so that's what it looks like. And now we're going to pay attention to what's going on the left side. So this is a dance. It's going right and left, forward and back. So we've dealt with the situation here. Now I'm going to come back, getting ready to do something there, which is going to be cloud hands, moving in the to the left. So it only makes sense after I do this to come back to this side. And as I come back to this side, as I move my torso back to this side, my arm automatically comes with it. So in this case, my arm is attached to my quad, because if I was doing this standing up, it would look like this. See? So this part of my body is attached to my hand. As I pull in, I have that sensation of that, making that connection, all right? Now this is a sitting class, all right? So now we're gonna come back to the right, shift the weight back to the right. And now this move here is simply getting ready for cloud hands. So think of that as, okay, this is something you do to kind of get ready for cloud hands. This is a very linear, it's up and down. It's symmetrical. Both hands are pointed out. You want to maintain the hands in a vertical alignment, not let them do this kind of thing, which I often see people do. All right. Now the upper hand is at eye level. The lower hand is down at the dantian level. And here we go. We pull across, pulling both hands together. All right. Now, if I don't move my waist, my hands aren't going to move. It's the waist that's moving. The hands follow. All right, let's pull across. And let's switch up and down. And then pull to the other side. Keep going. Notice how I'm looking up through my hands, not looking down. Let's just do this and breathe. Breathe naturally. But try to relax and imagine that your hands are connected. And both hands are connected to the waist. Keep your feet on the ground. Feel your feet. Feel the connection of these movements to the ground. It's very powerful if you can do that. So press down slightly, if you can, with your feet. See if you can make all of these connections come together. And when you get to one side or the other, I'm going to just go one more to the left. Doesn't matter. You're going to bring the lower hand up in an arc. So you're going to rotate the palm up. And as you turn at the waist and come back, this is flowing up in a beautiful arc, scooping up energy and bringing it around to the front where you open and close. So the open and close is the same in both directions. So we did cloud hands in one direction, the other direction, and we did single whip in the other direction, one direction, then the other direction. But of course, this is symmetrical, just like this or this. These are symmetrical moves. Okay. We can come down. You can stop anytime. Now, as you come down, so I'm working with my iPad here, which is kind of awkward because I can't tilt the screen without the thing falling off the table. But if I'm doing this standing up, my feet are about shoulder length apart. Or you have a choice of putting your heels together, because Yang style of feet are apart and Sun style of feet are together in the sense that the toes are pointing out and the heels are together, and that's typical Xing Yi posture, which is different than Tai Chi posture. And so we're going to open and close. I'm going to do it with my feet apart because that feels better, and open and close. And now I'm going to start to relax as I breathe out. Now, by the time I'm down here, I'm really totally relaxed. Okay. Any questions about any of that so far? All right, so let's go through the entire set. We're going to go through the first, the basic and advanced 6, and we're going to go through the reverse basic 6 up until the move we just did, which is was basically open and close after cloud hands. All right. It would be great if I were in a studio and I could do this standing up, because then you guys could have the choice of, you'd be able to learn the foot patterns, and if you weren't interested in that, you could still do it sitting down. But we don't have that. At some point, I will have that capability, because there's a clubhouse here and they're going to have a media room, and I'm hoping I can teach that class in that room with a big screen and mirrors, and that's just going to amplify everything. I know that Chad stands up. Some other people might want to learn it standing up. Maybe Shihong, Leslie. I don't know, but it's really when you do it up and you move, you get a completely different feeling to it. So we'll get into that later, hopefully within a few months. All right. So let's start. Totally relax, bring the hands up. Fingers pointing down. Rotate in and down. Remember, this is a movement that looks like this. It's up and in and down, like kind of like a locomotive moving backwards. And then we push out. If we were standing up, we'd push out, we'd step out with the heel, toe, step out, and then bring the other leg to the right, parallel. And we'd be feet apart, parallel, shoulders length apart, open and close. All right. What's next? Single whip, right? Turn the palms out, right? And we push out and extend, leaning to the right. The left hand extends further than the right. I don't know if you can see it. I come back to the left hand side, bring the right palm down underneath the left elbow. Switch. And if you're doing this standing up, the way you would do the single whip, Chad, I know you're doing it standing up, is as you push out, you take a half step to the right and a little bit forward. As you shift to the right. Now, you're taking that half step to the right because you're leaning to the right, and that gives you more stability as you lean, right? It would make sense to take a step if you're going to pull something and you take a step with that right foot. It allows you to, it gives you more purchase as you pull to the right and push to the left, right? Make sense? Yeah, all right. Half step right. Start to transition as you pull to the right. Your weight should be about 60-40 on the right to the left hand side, whether you're sitting down or not. You can feel it through your butt. All right. Now let's shift the weight back to the left. Bring the right hand down and step right in, Chad. Step right in, put your heels together with the feet pointing out. All right. And now as we switch, we're getting ready for what? Cloud hands, right? We're going to the right this time. So I'm on my left side. I pull my right hand, my left hand down, my right hand up. All right. Keep them over on my left side. Okay, line them up. You're like this, Chad. Line them up on the left side. Yeah, like this. All right. And now as I pull across, I'm going to step to the right and pull across to the right. Now my feet are apart. And as I step in, I'm going to switch my hands up and down. My hands are on the right hand side, left hand up, right hand down. I pull to the left. I switch up and down, and as I switch up and down, I step to the right with my right leg. I pull to the right and step in with my left leg. All right. This is great. I'm actually teaching it standing up and sitting down. I love it. Now, if this is confusing to the people that are sitting down, let me know, because it's not fair. It may not be fair, but if we're going to go over this again, just in the sitting position, and if you're standing, I'll tell you what to do. All right. Open and close. Single whip. Push out and extend as you take one step to the right. Lean to the right. Come up to the left, bringing the right palm under the left elbow, and bring that right leg right in with the arm. So as the arm comes in, the foot comes in with it, like the foot and the arm are attached. Pulling to the left side. Feet together on the left side, toes pointed out. Switch, and as you switch, you step to the right. Just the right foot, step to the right, feet apart. Now you're on the right-hand side. As you switch on the right-hand side, left hand up, right hand down, you step in with the left foot. Now the feet are together. You pull to the left. All right. As you switch, you step with the right foot. You turn to the right. And as you switch up and down, you step in with the left foot. Now the feet are together. And when the feet are together, that's when you bring the lower hand up, inside, turn, and open and close. Heels together, feet pointed slightly out. All right. Next move. Now the next move is brush knee. We do it sitting down by turning to the right and brushing knee toward the screen. If you're doing standing up, Chad, you're going to open and close. You're going to turn your right heel out, back, to allow you to turn to the left, and you're going to set up to the left. So it's open and close. Turn the foot, ankle out. Focus your attention on the left. Set up, and you're going to do brush knee to the left as you come up with the right foot, placing it next to the left foot. All right. And you will come up to an empty stance, meaning you will step up with your right leg and you put your toe down just before and back of the left ankle with your heel raised. That's very Tsing Yi. And you're not double weighted, are you? Because it's called a closed empty stance. It's empty, but it's not double weighted. So it allows you to pick your one foot is ready to go, meaning it's ready to go forward. It's kind of like you have a head start. So whenever you take these steps in any direction with the sun style, you step into a Xing Yi closed empty stance. The toe and back of the leading heel and the empty heel up. All right. So got it? Open and close. Set up to the right. And remember, we went into some detail about how to do this. We're going to rotate the hands in opposite directions. So basically the palms are facing each other. As you rotate and turn, getting ready, wound up like you're holding a baseball bat to sweep across and block as you come through, right through the shoulder line with that right palm and strike and pull back. Well, you can do a lot of things here. You can reach across, grab an arm, or I mean a wrist as it's coming in, and turn and strike to the heart, strike to the face, strike here. You can even come around to the side of the head. There are lots of things you can do, or you can use one hand to just simply block down and across. Instead of blocking across, you can block down. So you can do this if you want sitting down by just blocking down this way. Right? There's no law that says you have to go across this way. You can go block down this way just as easily and bring the hand in. Either case, you want to bring that hand in really quick. We're doing it slowly, but if you were using it, bring it in close to here with the palm down. That's your ready position. This palm is ready to do lots of things. It come under and lift a leg. All right. It can come up and deflect from here. See, you get this nice twisting motion that we talked about. That's so important in deflection. So it's kind of a ready position. All right. So there's a reason for everything. I can come up this way, right? I can pick a leg up this way. I can twist that palm across and come up this way. I can bring the palm up and block up and then come in under. So having that palm down like this is kind of a placeholder that allows you to use it when you need to in various applications. All right. And again, don't let your fingers hang down because your energy will flow down through your fingers. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and think, do it both ways, and you can feel it. If you pay attention to what your body is doing, you can actually feel it, the energy actually flowing out of your fingers. All right. So let's just do that again. We're going to open and close. And if we were standing, we would turn that heel, the right heel back. So that allows us to turn and step out with the left leg as we brush knee and step into the left, bringing the feet together in an empty stance, like I described. If you're doing it standing up, now you're facing left, right? Okay, good. So you'll see in this set, the Tai Chi, you start in the middle and you work your Tai Chi in actually 8 directions. The form prime directions, which are north, south, east, and west, in back of me being south, front of me being north, right would be east and left would be west. And then also to the diagonals, north, northeast, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest. So you got 8 directions. Now that's really interesting because the whole Taoist philosophy and cosmological view of things is that they view things in a series of 8s or multiples of 8s, right? Based on the 8 directions, which is what we're used to, so we live our lives basically moving in 8 directions and then, incremental directions between those prime directions, but those are the main 8 directions. And so our bodies have a sense of spatial recognition in basically 8 directions and then multiples of those. So it only makes sense that Tai Chi would be done that way. And you'll see in the sunset that you will end up exactly back where you started at the end of 31 movements or at the end of 24, facing in the same direction in exactly the same spot. as long as you take the same number of steps in one direction as you do in another direction and back and forth. All right. I just want to go slow. We have all the time in the world. This group is always here. They seem you guys are faithful followers. So, you know, I know you're going to be here next week. So no use rushing. Again, if you have any questions on any of this, don't hesitate to either call me or email me. Okay. All right, great. See you guys next week. Have a great week. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you for the lesson.